Hey guys, it's Approaching Epidemic here. I'm here with my buddy Raymond, who topped at the YOCC. He finished,
12th place.
12th place, and he was playing Burning Abyss, and we're going to get into his deck profile.
Okay. Monsters are somewhat standard. Played 3 Tour Guide, obviously. 3 Skarm, yeah. 3 Graph, 3 Rubik, and 3 Seer. You have to play 3 of all these guys. These ratios can change, but I decided to go with 2 Calcab and 2 Elish because I want to have Burning Abyss monsters as much as possible, so I can always make Dante first turn. And yeah, it was really consistent because there's some cards you're going to see in my spell lineup. And that was the monsters. For the traps, played 3 Fire Lake. You have to again.
Just too broken.
Yeah.
Hypothetically going -6, making your opponent -6.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Yeah. And then 3 Wing Blast because it's also amazing.
Yep.
Everything in this deck is just too broken.
Yep.
And then Karma Cut.
Why only one?
You'll see again because I feel like my build was really consistent because I can think of it as like a 34 or 33 card deck because
Right.
I played the Upstarts and I also played a card in my spell lineup that reduced the total amount of cards. So I didn't want to see multiples of these. I didn't want to draw 2. One was enough for when I needed it.
Yeah.
And I also had the Wing Blast. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah, and I also want to keep the trap lineup small.
Yeah.
Right, for the spells, I played 1 Night Beam and 2 MSTs. For Small Trap Destruction, this card is really good in Mirror. And if you can hit the Fire Lake while you have a field, then it's really good because they can't. They just you ruin their plans and then you can do stuff on your turn without being interrupted by Fire Lake. And these are for Clifford's. I side the third one. One Soul Charge. It was okay.
How do you feel about Soul Charge?
It wins you games, but it also loses you games. There was a game that I went into time, and I forgot to side this out because we didn't have that much time. And I opened with it, and I couldn't use it throughout the whole game. Or I could have, but I didn't want to. But I still lost anyways because it was a dead card in hand, pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah. Raigeki, this card is really good, even in the mirror match. Sometimes you just want to blow up your field, so you can do your stuff, and it'll shut off Fire Lake.
Gets rid of Majesty's Fiend.
Yeah, and also gets rid of the Fiends in games 2 and 3. And then Foolish, it's obvious. Okay, now for the draw engine. We played 1 Beginning and the End. This card's really good. Usually when you resolve it, you should be winning. You should win. Sometimes you don't. There was a game I played against Botang in round 3, and I resolved this, but I still didn't win because all my plays just kept getting interrupted. But yeah, it's really good. It's not that dead when you open with it because you can usually set up the grave by turn to play 1 Allure. I like Allure because if you draw a dead Burning Abyss, you can banish them, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the 3 Upstarts. And the tech to make my deck lower was 3 Into the Void.
Pretty lost card. Why did you choose to play Into the Void?
I want my chances of opening Tour Guide and Fire Lake to be the highest. So I thought if I played Into the Void, I can make my deck with Upstart Goblin. It's a 37 card deck, and with Into the Void, it becomes a 3 Into the Voids is pretty much a free Upstart Goblin, so it becomes a 34 card deck.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I like to count Allure because I felt like the deck was so consistent. You'd always have that dark card you can banish. So maybe a 33 card deck if you want to go that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card was really good. The only times you don't want to activate this card is if you have Tour Guide or Graph in hand, and if you had those in hand, you usually have a live Fire Lake.
Right.
So yeah, it was amazing. And a lot of times, sometimes you can't go through all of your Burning Abyss monsters. So in the end phase, you can discard them, and they'll activate. And also, when you resolve it in the end phase to discard, you can resolve all those discarding effects before you activate Skarm. So you'll still have a card in hand added for Skarm if you had like a Wing Blast or a Karma Cut.
Yeah.
It was overall really good. I don't think I would ever take this out, or well, it depends. But, yeah.
So extra deck now?
The extra deck is somewhat standard. I played 3 Dante. So you have to. It's really good. I only played the 1 Virgil, because I feel like a lot of times it does get bottomless in the morning, but usually games 2 and 3 they'll side those out against turning it this, and I want more space in the extra deck. So yeah, it was good at 1. It's debatable whether you want to play 1 or 2. And then for the rest of the stuff, I played 1 Wuzu Rhythm, the String Djinn. I wanted an Acid Golem that wouldn't cut off my special summoning. It wasn't that great. I'll probably take it out. 1 Acid Golem, because you kind of have to play it because 3000 beat stick is too good. The 1 Nightmare Shark, I wanted to bump it up to 2. This was going to be the second one, but I decided to play this in case in case it ever occurred. But I'd probably just play 2 of these in the future. And then I played 1 Giga Brilliant for the mirror match to run over Dante's and whatnot. 1 alley card, just when it comes up. Fortune Tune for when you go in time. I never made it at all today, but I always just like having it in there, just in case.
Yeah.
1 Engineer. Engineer is really good with the new Burning Abyss cards, especially with Alec, because since it's a spell speed 2, it's chainable. You can send Alec to the grave anytime you want if you have it as a material, and pretty much it's like an on-demand effect filler.
Yeah.
1 Side Mains, it was pretty good. You have to play it. Triage Levia, never made it today, but it's really good in the mirror match. It's an effect filler for your opponent's monster that also reduces their attack, and then it also banishes their monsters, so yeah, it's good. And then 2 Downer Mission.
Pretty self-explanatory there.
Yeah.
And onto the side.
Onto the side. Side deck was okay. I played 3 Max C for the mirror. I think it was really good. It was amazing. I wouldn't play Flying Sea over this. 2 enemy controller, also for the mirror. MST for when I needed it against Cliffords, and maybe the mirror if I'm going second. Dark Hole gets rid of the beans, and it's good overall. And it also gets rid of drama tokens. 3 non-fusion area for Shuttles. It was okay. Soul Morning. It was okay. I never played any Cliffords, so it never came up against that, but it was okay against Shuttles.